Hi, Days fans. It's Saturday. No, it's Sunday. Yay! And we're going to talk about Friday's episode of Days.
Father's Day.
Yeah, today's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day.
Shout out to all the fathers out there, all 3% of you.
Hope you're having a wonderful, relaxing day like we are here.
This show will be much bigger on Mother's Day, considering 97% of people watching are females. So anyway, let's dive into a very sad mother right now.
Yeah, Sammy.
No, I was thinking of Mia.
Yeah, Mia. Mia is starting to put things together and is freaking out.
So let's go through the whole discovery process for Mia. And you know what? We got a lot of stuff to cover today, so we might go over 10 minutes.
Yeah, we might.
So, because it was an awesome episode.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there's a funeral, a lot of stuff comes out because it presents itself as an opportunity for certain characters to talk to other characters, and that normally, don't really have an easy platform to talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, Will tells Mia at the funeral that Sammy is the real mother of Grace, and that, even more important, that EJ is the father. I mean, she's like, oh my God.
I gave my baby away to what I thought was a good home. Now it turns out they're a bunch of criminals, which she already had found out. Dr. Baker kind of warned her about. But not only that, but this guy got 2 girls pregnant at the same time.
And Will confirmed the fact. He emphasized that EJ is evil.
Oh, yeah, he said, oh, well, I can't really blame my mom for that part, because what mother wouldn't want to keep their child from being raised in that house?
Yeah.
Out. Mia looked like she was going to burst into tears.
He's like, I got a dog in that hunt. Holy crap.
Yeah. So,
and they're both born like almost practically on the same day. What is going on here?
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
it's
not
gonna,
liking this.
I think she might start to put 2 and 2 together.
Did you see the look on her face? She's like,
Yeah,
holy
she
crap.
looked. Well, could you blame her?
Yeah.
So I think that's every every birth mother's worst dream is that you give your baby up to be in a better home, and it's not a better home. So, Will, so we talked about that.
Yeah. So Nicole and EJ had a powerful scene. Can you?
Oh yeah, because first of all, we thought that Nicole was doing a really shabby job on the supportive wife front, but here she was. All she wants in this world is to throw Sammy under a bus. But she was smart enough to take a break from that for the day and tell EJ, you're going to have plenty of time for revenge. You're going to have plenty of time to get even, but take today to say
mourn.
Goodbye and to mourn, because you need that. You're never going to get a day like today again.
It's so funny, and she knows it's not even EJ's daughter.
Yeah.
She's such a freaking phony.
But it made her look legitimate
Yes.
in EJ's eyes, because it was starting to be like, something smells funny here. Why is my wife being a complete insensitive beyond?
So let's go on. Let's continue with the funeral thing, because there were lots of good things that happened there. Stephanie, awesome scene with EJ.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, some of your best acting when you had a little showdown with EJ. I
yeah.
loved it. And then did she slap him?
Well, she'd slapped him the day before,
Yeah.
but they showed it again.
So lots of great stuff.
And then she went back. The second time she went back up to him and was like,
The pills had kicked in.
The second time I wasn't as impressed because I thought, okay, you need to simmer down a little bit. But
I thought it was good.
But on the other hand, he did lock her in a freaking morgue drawer. So
He what?
He did lock her in a morgue drawer, or was responsible for it.
I like EJ's like, Philip, you need to control your woman.
Oh yeah, that I always love it when I hear sentences like that. I mean, Stephanie would never put up with that. And thank God that Philip was smart enough to take Stephanie's side.
Oh, yeah. But I like it how they always kind of step back and let them have their moment,
Mm-hmm.
On stuff, they don't, like, rush in and break things up. It's like when EJ and Sammy were tussling at the funeral home. Normally Rafe would rush in, but you got to let the scene evolve. So,
who were all those extras?
Yeah, okay, so this bugs me. Every time there's a wedding or a funeral, there's all these people that just come out of the woodwork that we don't know to fill in the church. Who the hell knows Grace besides the immediate family?
It's ridiculous. It looks stupid. It would look better if you just had it the way a normal funeral would be, with with the people you know,
Yeah.
and maybe the pews aren't all filled, but whatever.
I'm gonna make a list of the people who should have been at the funeral, and that's
Yeah,
it.
like where was Daniel? You don't think he would go to a funeral for
Yeah,
a baby
really.
that died? Where's
Anyway.
Chloe and Lucas?
Yeah, what? Where are they?
You don't think Lucas went to
Of
the
course he
funeral?
would. Where the heck is he? They might show up though. You know how the timeline's all broken up. Like
Yeah.
a wedding can be 3 hours into the wedding, and they're still showing people getting ready to go to the wedding.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
And they just jump around in the time. So
I like the talk between Nicole and Brady. When Nicole was like, you know what, EJ has his daughter, he's happy, I'm happy, and Brady said, yeah, what about you, Nicole?
living a lie.
Are you happy? She's like, well, don't you know, I don't do anything if it's not for myself.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. And you know what, Brady, you just need to let that ship sail, buddy. It's done.
Yeah. Jump on the Ariana ship.
Yeah, I really like him better with Melanie than Ariana.
I like anybody better with Ariana.
I think I'm gonna pick up our notes that keep falling
Okay.
all over the
All
place.
right. Go ahead.
'Cause
I'll
it's
talk about the
distracting.
beer I'm drinking on Father's Day. This is a, let me tell you what this is. This is a Belgian ale. Probably about 12% alcohol by content. And it really kicks ass. So I recommend this. You know, you need, if you're drinking that like Michelob Ultra crap, you need to get off that stuff and drink the good stuff. You'll thank me for
Alright.
that little tip.
That's great. So why don't you talk about Rome and threatening EJ, because you really
Oh, I
like
love that. Oh, he turns around and says, "You see this badge?
And EJ's like, what, you gonna throw your weight around now? And he's like, no.
If you don't leave my daughter alone, I'm gonna throw this badge away and come after you."
Yeah.
I love it.
I will leave the force and make it my life's mission to make your life hell.
And he will. You know, Roman, bottom line, he's a badass when he wants to be. So he might not be too good with the women, but he can be a tough little cookie.
Yeah, we need to get Roman a woman.
Oh, I know.
So, EJ, his little speech at the funeral, you know, he said, I'm not going to make a scene at my daughter's funeral. But, yeah, what happened to him was terrible, but I thought he was kind of having a little pity party in the middle of the funeral. I don't know if I would have gotten up in front of all those people and said, you know, what he said about how you guys will have your memories, and when you're sad, you can think about the first time she looked up at you or grabbed your finger. I have nothing.
Yeah, it did not resonate with me.
No, it wasn't. I didn't think it was the time or place. That's the kind of stuff to say to Sammy in private, or even if you want to say it at the funeral, whatever. But not in front of the whole group.
It was a little cliche, but I didn't like it.
So the Amazing Grace. I told
Yeah.
you everybody was going to join
Mia
in.
starting all that. So Mia
Yeah.
can sing. I don't know.
Yeah, she can sing.
Yeah.
She's got a pretty voice.
Wasn't into it, but it was.
Well, you knew they were going to sing.
It was a little
Amazing
corny.
Grace. So Stephanie's taking more pills.
Oh yeah, she is definitely on the road to being an addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually takes about 3 days. That's
Yeah,
all.
seriously. Well, how about
I
Nick?
love how addicts are writing in. This is so unrealistic. This is an insult to people addicted to prescription medicine. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know that we were really worried about that.
Well, it's just because
There-
Days makes a mockery of all these
There are
things.
so many other things that they're making a mockery of that are much wider spread than
Oh, I know, but
pain pill addiction.
I'm just saying all things. Like we were offended the way they handled Theo's autism.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they made a mockery of that.
Yeah.
So, Chad.
Oh, Chad. Okay, so here is our long-standing theory on Chad. Rafe and Emily are the father of Chad.
Father
that
and mother.
means, yes, that means, yeah, thank you. That means that Grace is
Rafe's granddaughter.
granddaughter. And
So he has every right to be there to mourn this child.
yes, if this doesn't play out, I will be shocked.
That's why it doesn't say he's the father anywhere legitimately, because he's really the grandpa.
Yeah, they would never have gone to all this trouble for this ridiculous scenario where Rafe is pretending to be the father and is all invested in adopting, unless it came out that he was really the grandfather of his child, which would have been, I mean, if Grace hadn't died, and I don't want to like go back, but it would have been amazing. Grace and Sammy raised, or Rafe and Sammy raised Grace.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
it'll never happen, but I think that That's
Is
our
there any
theory.
way Rafe will find out that she's really his granddaughter, but he won't want to tell Sammy that it wasn't her